Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Was Banished and Became a Painter, and yeah guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now before continuing this, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins 6 years later, the Kyuubi attack. As we see 6-year-old Naruto returning from Ichiraku Ramen back to his apartment, as he heard screams coming out from the west side where the Uchiha clan compound was located. As he was about to go there, the screaming stopped, and an Anbu appeared there and suddenly summoned Naruto to the council chambers. As you go to the council chambers where Naruto and the Anbu arrived. Huh? What the? Why am I here? Gigi, what's going on? Naruto, where were you? I was just at the Ichiraku Ramen. After eating my ramen, I was just about to go home. Liar! Said a civilian. You demon were at the Uchiha clan compound murdering the Uchihas. What? What do you mean murdering the Uchihas? Did something bad happen to them? I was really at the Ichiraku Ramen. I don't know what you're talking about. Silence, said Danzo. Naruto Uzumaki, you are deemed unworthy of known as a citizen in Konoha Sato and a threat to our society and village. Henceforth, we all vote that you are banished from this village. What? What am I going to do? I don't have any place to go, said a 6-year-old boy. Naruto, I'm sorry, but the council has voted. Gigi, you can't. I'm sorry, Naruto. It is for the best. Not only that, Hokage-sama, for the murder of a noble clan, we will also like him to be placed in blood prison, said none other than Inoichi Yamanaka, which was quite surprising for the rest of them. What? How can you say that? He's a 6-year-old kid, Tazumi said. Can't you see that? He's dangerous. If he loses his consciousness, the Kyuubi will take over and destroy clans such as the Uchiha. The evidence proved that. What evidence? Naruto said. I was really at the Ichiraku. Shut up, said Danzo. You have no right to speak now. We have all the evidence we need, and henceforth you are banished to never to be returned, and not only that, you are to be placed in blood prisons for 10 years. After that, you can go where the hell you ever want to go. Naruto's eyes widened at that, as he saw his Gigi's face with shocked and betrayal look on his face. As Hiruzen looked down, Naruto's eyes dulled that day, and he was dragged out of Konoha in a wooden cage. But before he got out, Hiruzen did something. At the gates of Konoha, 2 hours later, as Naruto was inside the cage. Naruto, I'm going to place a seal on your arm. Inside this is your heritage. It will be unlocked when I die, which I know will be soon because Danzo is plotting something against me. And yes, you will get to know who your parents are. And so a letter will be informed to the next Hokage as well. I'm so sorry, Naruto. As Naruto didn't say anything, as Hiruzen drawed the seal with a sigh, as Naruto was taken that day from the village he called home. In mere moments, he had lost his whole home, his life. What was he going to do? He was a kid. For the first time in 6 years, he felt an emotion he didn't know he had. It was fear. Fear of what he was going to do. But that didn't matter, as he was brought to the blood prison. As we see the warden standing there. I can't believe the corruption runs so deep in Konoha, said a guard to the warden. Yes, I know. 6-year-old kid. Damn it. Wow, they must pretty much hate this kid, right? And he's a Jinchuriki nonetheless. They are really stupid. We have to keep a huge tight security on him, because someone might try to assassinate him to gain the power of Kyuubi. As they all nodded, they felt pity for the kid, because he was too young to ever commit, much less murder a whole clan. Even they can see it, but the all-wise council of Konoha couldn't. So, when Naruto appeared, he didn't talk much. Even if the guards tried to speak to him, he pretty much looked like a dead person who wanted to die, nothing else. As he was brought to a cell. It wasn't a cell, but they made custom cell for him, as per request of Konoha. It was a week travel there, so yeah, it took a while and the cell was built. As Naruto was placed inside the cell, all of them left. The warden didn't place the blood prison seal on him as well. He was a little child who wasn't mold chakra yet, so he was not a threat. As Naruto that night fell asleep, he somehow woke up in a sewer. "Where am I?" Naruto said. "Huh? Wow, I guess I'm hated here as well," Naruto thought to himself with a hollow laugh. As he started to walk towards a giant hallway, as he entered into a huge hall where there were huge bars and a paper which had a kanji on it for seal. What is this place? Where am I? As two blood-red eyes opened, as they looked at Naruto, not with hate, but with pity. So my Jinchuriki has finally arrived to meet me. Who are you? Naruto asked, a little bit scared as well. I am the Nine Tails, Kyuubi no Kitsune. As Naruto's eyes widened, and then realization dawned on him. Oh, I see. Now it makes perfect sense why they all hated me so much. Funny, right? I thought I did something bad, but now I know why they call me a demon and all. No, kid. You're not me, and you're not a demon. You're just an innocent soul that has suffered enough at the hands of his own foolishness of his family and the village. I see. So, what do you want, Kibi-san? Kurama. What? My name is Kurama. Ah, I see. My name is Naruto. Nice to meet you, Naruto said, gaining a little bit of gleam in his eyes, as Kyuubi smiled finally. Kid, you don't need to lose any hope. Those people never bother to treat you or give you a chance. So, there were not any bonds there that you need to feel bad about. Create new ones. After you're cleared of your charges, when we can travel around. You can start with me. I can be your friend. I can be your partner. That's not a smile. Thank you. Now, kid, I want you to rip the seal. Your parents will appear. They had sealed a little bit of their soul inside. I want them to know what their foolishness cost you, what misfortune has befallen on you. I see. As Kyuubi put his paw outside of the cage, as Naruto got on it, as Kyuubi lifted him to the seal, as Naruto ripped the paper on the seal, as two souls appeared. It was Kushina and Minato Namikaze there. As they looked at Naruto. Naruto? What are you doing? Oh, Kurama said that if I rip the seal, you might appear. I see. They looked towards the Kyuubi, who looked towards them. You should see his memories. It'll give you a rough idea what happened to him. As Kyuubi tapped both of their foreheads with his finger, as they saw through Naruto's memories how he was almost murdered 8 times as he was a baby. And not only that, he was neglected by both Hiruzen and Kakashi. Minato's and Kushina's blood boiled after seeing this. And not only that, as time went by, everyone in the village neglected Naruto, even their own friends and family. Or so they thought of them as. And the villagers, they hated Naruto. Whenever he went, they seated and glared at him with disgust-filled eyes, hate-filled eyes. And the last straw was pulled when, well, what happened next? To put a blame of a whole clan massacre on Naruto, a 6-year-old boy who hasn't even unlocked chakra yet. It was a boiling point for Minato and Kushina. If they somehow managed to return to this world, they were going to cause havoc in Konoha. They were going to destroy it. As they looked at Naruto, tears started to well up in their eyes. We are so sorry, Naruto. We didn't knew our foolishness will cause this. Because of our stupid decision that day, you are here. I'm so sorry, my son. Naruto's eyes were, you're my father? And you say it is because of you I'm here? Naruto looked at his father with dead eyes. Tell me, why me? What did I do wrong? Why me? I just wanted to live a normal life. Is it too much to ask? Wanted to become a shinobi and make Gigi proud, but I guess he doesn't even like me as well. All of them saw me as nuisance. Now they got rid of me for the better. As Naruto finally choked on his words and started to cry, as the family of Trio hugged him. But I'm happy that you guys still love me. I know you made a mistake, but if we ever meet again, then I will get to know you better, Naruto said as they started to vanish. Naruto, from here on out, whatever you do, Minato said, as Kushina looked towards him and said with a smile, we will always be proud of you, and will love you no matter what. Remember that, as both of them vanished, as Naruto cried that night. As Kyuubi, for the first time, consoled Naruto in his own way, by wrapping a tail around Naruto, as Naruto spent the rest of the night inside his own mindscape. From that moment onwards, Minato appeared again in mindscape when Naruto was asleep. Why are you here? I thought your soul was gone. Oh, I'm here for one reason. Can you train Naruto? You have our memories as well, right? As Kyuubi nodded. I see. It is the only favor I ask. I'm sorry for what I did. I see my mistake. I apologize. I already forgive you, mortal. And it is not your time to be in this plane, or Shinigami-sama will be mad. As Minato made a seal, a key seal, as he unlocked the seal that was on Kyuubi and Naruto's belly, as the seal disappeared outside in the world. As the next day, guard woke up Naruto. Hey kid, wake up. You can go to the backyard where the prisoners are. As Naruto nodded. As he went there, as he was walking, Kyuubi said, Naruto, can you hear me? Naruto's eyes widened. Don't talk out loud or they might think that you're losing your mind. We can talk through your mind. Just think what you're thinking and I can hear it. Ah, I see. So what do you want to talk about, Kurama? Your father came last night. He broke the seal. He wants me to train you. Would you like to become a shinobi? I don't know. My only motivation to become a shinobi was so that I can prove Gigi that I was making him proud by becoming the strongest shinobi, but I don't know anymore. Well, at least you should become a mercenary, and for that, you should need to train. Ask them if you can train here, in a secluded place, away from everyone else. I see. As Naruto went into the back garden, there he met with some of the Konoha's prisoners. I see, so the demon is here. Finally. Maybe we should get revenge. And Naruto was scared. Kyuubi thought, Naruto, I can't help you now. If I did, they might think that you really are a monster and everyone might treat you as one. You have to run. As Naruto tried to run, as guards appeared, he narrowly avoided conflict between them, as the Konoha prisoners were thrown in solitude for one entire month with bare food and water. It was torture for them. As Naruto, during that month, trained in a secluded place, as the warden had given him the opportunity to train so, and a full green card. On to the other side, as he was returning from his training one day, he saw a person there sitting. His name was Akiba, as he was only one inside the room, sitting in front of a canvas and drawing something on it. Naruto was mesmerized by his painting. That's beautiful, Naruto said out loud, as Akiba turned around. What do you mean, kid? Sorry, mister, I just thought that what you were doing was beautiful. As Akiba smiled. Sure thing, kid. Wanna give it a try? He gave Naruto a blank canvas. I'm not sure. What? As he made Naruto to agree, but what should I draw? Just think what you want to draw and draw it. As he gave Naruto a few pointers, and Naruto closed his eyes and thought of an image. And Naruto drew it. It was an image of the Nine Tails, sitting in a rock under a waterfall. As Akiba's eyes widened. Is that the Nine Tails Bidu? Yeah. Well, I don't know. It just came to my mind, so I draw it like that. As Kyuubi then said, that is beautiful. It was used to be my home. After the sage's death, Kyuubi thought in his mind as he shed some tears at the painting. It was an exact image, just like he remembered. Naruto, thank you. What? What for? He asked. But he didn't get a reply. Kyuubi was just seeing through Naruto's eyes to the painting. as he looked at Akiba. "This is a fine art, Naruto. You have a talent for painting. How about this? Once you get out, you can make a name for yourself. You can start painting." "I see." As for the next 3 years, as Naruto stayed in the blood prison, he became the guard's little brother. They always looked out for him from Konohas, and he listened to everyone's stories, mainly those of thugs and thieves who were there. And they also somewhat thought of Naruto as an innocent soul who was trapped amongst them, and they didn't want their habits to befall upon Naruto, so they tried to implement a good image of them in front of him. Plus, it was never boring around whenever he was around them, so they didn't bother minded his existence there, except for Konoha bunch at least. And the warden was quite fond of Naruto's painting as well, as Naruto had painted him a hawk that was flying above in the sky, soaring above the prison, which he displayed behind his main office, behind his seat, with pride, as he was also an art enthusiast. As Naruto made some other artworks as well, which were quite A-graded as well. He, with the help of Kurama, made a painting of the stage of the 6 spots standing inside in a circle with 9 Biju standing there in their small forms, which was his best art by the time. And the 3 years has passed since then. As Akiba then said, "Naruto." "Yes, sensei?" Naruto talked to him as a sensei in this field. "I won't be training you from tomorrow onwards. You see, I'm getting free." "Oh, sensei, it's fine. I'm happy for you. Here, I'll take care of your workspace." As Akiba sighed and smiled, a sad smile. I'm sure you will, Naruto. I'm sure you will." As Naruto then said, "Here, I made this for you, but I didn't have the guts to give it to you. It was my first work of art. The very first that I made after you gave me pointers. And when I became your student." "I see. I'll keep this close to myself." "Thanks, Naruto," he said as the nightfall, as Naruto was inside his cell sleeping. As warden came, "Akiba, you're free to go." "Thanks," he said, as he returned to his family after 1 week of travel, just outside a small village from Rice, and put a display of that painting there. It was a painting of his home village at its full glory. Akiba was quite happy. Naruto's paintings gave life, a meaning to the painting itself. That is why it was so precious. And as the time went by, he passed away from an illness. Akiba had an illness, that is why he was freed early on. And when he died, his family came downstairs from where he has banned his family to enter and saw the painting. They were already in a crisis, so they tried to sold it for an auction. As it was being sold in an auction, as they brought it to an auction house, the Daimyos were there that day. The Daimyo of the Sand Country and the Fire Country. And when the painting was displayed for 10,000 ryo, they were surprised. It was an art that captivated everyone. The normal bidders also bid for what seemed like 100 million ryu, and the Daimyo won it for 100 billion ryu. The painting was sold for that much, and when the family was given this, they wanted to meet the artist who drew it, but they didn't get a name. They only gave the name of Akiba, who was released from prison and brought this with him as a parting gift from the blood prison. So both of the daimyos went there to meet the artist if he was still inside the prison. But as they arrived, it was already time for Naruto to be released early on, because the charges against him were dropped. Not from Konoha, but from blood prison, because he displayed good behavior, and in their eyes and in their justice system, he was innocent who was blamed by the corrupted council. As he was about to be released, Daimyo came in, and his, bail was put on hold, as Naruto didn't mind, as he was going to enjoy to finish his project that he was going to leave behind, as it was being drawn on his gallery hall. It was an image of Konoha Gakure no Sato itself. It was his final goodbye to Konoha, as he wrote down his signature there. As we go to the warden's office, "I want to meet Uzu," said Daimyo. "What? There is no person named Uzu here. Don't lie to me, Warden. We can see the painting behind it. It seems like the same artist painted it, and we can see the signature there. As the Warden's eyes widened, he never realized that there was a signature down there, and it seemed little Naruto didn't want his name to be revealed, as he named it Uzu. As the Warden said to Daimyo, "I'm sorry, Daimyo-sama. His real name is Naruto Uzumaki." As the Daimyo's eyes widened, the Land of Fire Daimyo's eyes widened. What? And Uzumaki? What is he doing here? Shouldn't he be in Konoha? He thought. What's his crime? He asked the Warden, getting serious, as the Warden's eyes widened. He was charged of murdering the whole Uchiha clan at the age of 6. 6? Are they mad? He yelled at him. And are you mad for imprisoning him? Sir, it was the direct order of Hokage-sama and his council. It seems Hiruzen is going snarl. He thought under his breath. I can meet the child. Yes, I have summoned for him already. As the door knocked, it seems he's arrived. As Naruto was brought in, as the Daimyo's eyes widened even more. It can't be. Damn it, Konoha, what have you done? He said, as he asked, young man, what's your name? My name, sir, it's, Naruto Uzumaki. I see. Do you know your parents? As he started to sweat bullets, why do you ask? I'm an orphan, I don't know. As the Daimyo was a censor, I can sense you're lying. It's alright, you can tell us. I already know that you're Jinchuriki of Kyuubi no Kitsune, and I don't mind. As Naruto looked towards him with shock, I met them when I was, brought here. That night when I wandered inside my own mindscape and met Kyuubi, as they all flinched and their breath were held, as the Daimyo's guard gripped their swords. And Kyuubi let me meet my parents, as they sealed a part of their soul inside of me. And they saw what happened to me, and they were quite mad at Konoha. They apologized to me for what has happened to me and told me that they love me. Do you know their names? He asked. Yeah, it was Minato no Mikaze and Kushina Uzumaki. They had blonde hair, blue eyes, and red hair and violet eyes. As Daimyo finally realized, Naruto, you are the Daimyo of the Whirlpool country. It has fallen into ruins, but I was keeping a hold on it for you to return to gain that. It was the heritage of Kushina, but she said to hold it on to her child. So my father did so, and I want to give it to you back. But why me now? I know who I was since 3 years ago, but I didn't bother, nor did Konoha. And turns out, Gigi knew. Most of them knew, but they didn't care. They only saw me as Kyuubi. Even the Kyuubi said so himself that I'm not him, and I'm different, my own person. As the Daimyo felt some shame for the first time from his village. I'm sorry, Naruto, for what my village has done to you. But are you the one who made this painting? Yeah, I made it. And what kind of thing motivated you to make it? I just thought of it like that. My sensei described his own village in his stories, so I thought it might be the perfect parting gift. Is he okay? He died 1 month ago. Oh, I see. Naruto said. May his soul rest in peace. Naruto thought as he said, well, you bought it, so I guess it's yours. Naruto, I'm here to free you and bring you back to the Land of Fire capital. And you are free to choose your own passion and create more stuff if you want. I will, sponsor you and give you a nice place to live as well. Can I trust you? Naruto asked. As the guards took that as offended and moved towards Naruto, but the Daimyo halted it. Daimyo knew and saw Naruto's eyes, full of hurt, betrayal, and a little bit of hope. What do those idiots put him through so much? He even doesn't trust me and give me a chance. You can, Naruto. I promise, at the honor of the Daimyo's word, that no harm shall befall on you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Daimyo-sama. Yes, Naruto said, as he then remembered something and said, "Oh, I was just going to finish my last art here. Can I leave? Can I stay here until it's finished? Can I see your art?" The daimyo said, "Yes, I'm more honored to show it to you." As Naruto, alongside the rest of the people, important people, the two daimyos who were there, and the warden, went inside his gallery, and what they saw, their eyes widened at that. Inside, it was 8 masterpieces made by him, and with a beauty of their own, a lotus inside the sand, a waterfall in which Cuba resided, and on a huge wall, the village Konoha Gakure is portrayed. It was as if the village was there itself. As Naruto finished painting the last bit of it, as he put down his signs there, I'm done. We can leave. As their eyes widened, "Naruto, are you going to leave this here?" asked the warden. These are all masterpieces. Well, these are my gifts to the prison. They gave me home when I lost one. And you can all have it. I don't mind. I'll create some new art. And I'm outside. And they're not for sale. Only you can do what you wish for them if you want to sell them. They are yours. Yours and this prison's." Naruto said with a smile as the warden patted Naruto's head. "Thank you, Naruto, for the gift." As the daimyos were quite jealous of it, but didn't mind. As time went by and 1 week of travel, later Naruto was inside the daimyo's castle, as he was given a new home in the land of fire capital, close to where his soldiers and the monks resided, who trained there, as Naruto was intrigued by them and trained with them as well. As during those times, when Naruto was at the age of 11, outside in Land of Fire, Asuma was there training with the Guardian of 12 of the Daimyo. As he saw Naruto, "Naruto? Wasn't father saying that he went to blood prison? How's he outside?" he asked, as one of the guardians who knew Naruto and went with the daimyo told and explained every bit of story of Naruto to him. As his eyes widened, "Oh no, what the hell have you done, Dad? What the hell has Konoha done?" As then a guard came by. "Asuma, the daimyo has summoned you." "I see." Asuma was on a mission for daimyo before his travel, as he returned just now, as he was called in the daimyo's office. As Asuma arrived, Asuma Saratobi. "Hi, daimyo-sama. You are to travel with me in Konoha." "I see. Daimyo-sama, I have a question," he said. "What is it?" Is that Naruto Uzumaki?" As daimyo's eyes narrowed, "What do you want from him?" "Nothing. I was just worried." "Were you?" "People of Konoha worried about him." "I doubt it. Anyways, he's here and it is my charge. You can stop worrying about him any longer. We will travel in 2 days. You can leave." Hi. And Mr. Asuma, during these 2 days, you are forbidden to even contact with him." "Hi," he said as they left. Asuma was feeling agitated. He wanted to meet the little boy who once called him Nissan, but he couldn't now. Asuma was quite surprised and shocked and felt angry at Konoha after Naruto's banishment, but he couldn't do it now. He couldn't even go there and talk to him. As 2 days went by and Asuma and Daimyo's carriage alongside with Daimyo went inside Konoha Gakure no Sato. After 2 days of travel, they arrived in Konoha. Meanwhile, Naruto was making his other masterpiece there. He was hired by a church there to paint the walls of it. As Naruto listened to the Pope story and decided to paint the walls. As he was doing so, we go back to the daimyo. As he was inside the council chamber sitting there. "For what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?" Danzo said, as the rest of the clan heads were sitting there. "I'm getting straight to the point, Danzo. Why did you banish Naruto Uzumaki?" As their eyes widened. What do you mean, Hokage-sama? Daimyo-sama?" As Hiruzen sighed. "Daimyo-sama, that kid was charged of treason and murder of the whole Uchiha clan. In council's all wisdom, they decided to banish him. and I lost my vote because I was the only one who voted for him to be innocent. As Daimyo looked towards them, well, what do you have for you? Say, he's a demon, and he's the child of Minato no Mikaze and Kushina Uzumaki. And plus, he encountered the QB himself. And you know what is funny? The QB said himself that Naruto was different and he was different entity as a whole. And his parents thought that it was a giant mistake to seal QB inside of him. They should have let QB destroy it. He's lying. Believe me, I believed as well. But I, with the help of Orochimaru, resurrected them, and they had a bone to pick with you. You can come out. As the two guards dropped their armor, revealing to be Ero Tensei, Minato, and Kushina. You will pay for what you have done to my son, said Minato, as their eyes widened. Minato, we... Shut up, Inoichi. I saw through my son's memories. You wanted to deem my son a threat, right? Well, you forgot one thing. I was a threat to Eva, but now I'm a threat to Konoha. If you ever, try to harm my son any way, you will face our wrath. We are here to stay, and Shinigami-sama has blessed us too. As both of them nodded and placed a seal on their chest as they glowed, and lo and behold, they were alive as Shinigami appeared in front of them. Minato and Kushina, I will be taking my souls now. You can take Danzo, Hamura, Koharu, and the rest of the civilian council's soul. We don't care. As Shinigami opened his stomach and dragged their souls as they all fall to the ground, dead. As the Shinobi Council flinched and feared the Shinigami-sama's entity. You lot. There's a special place in hell reserved for all of you, except for the Inuzukas, he said with a chuckle. I will be meeting you there down soon. Especially you, Hyuga, he said before he vanished. Hyuga Hiyashi, for the first time, pissed in his pants alongside the others. Minato, Kushina, we're sorry. Our son has already our heritage. We're leaving. We hereby remove both Namikaze and Uzumakis from the village known as Konoha Nasato. Plus, Naruto is the daimyo of the Uzumaki village, Uzushio, if you remember. But that village fall? Asked Izumi. Yes, it did. But Naruto will resurrect it, as our people are still there, sealed in the scroll that was created by my great-grandfather. And once that scroll is released, every one of the population of Uzushio will be released into the world of living. Until then, they slumber as their eyes widen. Minato, Kushina, I'm sorry. As both of them didn't bother to look back as they moved outside of the council chamber. As they were walking, the villagers greeted them as they glared at them with disgust. As they were leaving, at the gates, Kakashi appeared. Sensei. Trash. As Kakashi's eyes widened. You know? Yes, I saw his memories. And I'm not proud of you. Kakashi, now leave. Get out of my sight. Minato said as both of them went away. As Kakashi shed a tear, he has failed to protect another precious person, and now the person who he thought as father was disappointed in him, way beyond his thought. As both of them made their way towards Naruto and saw his painting, Naruto? As Naruto returned towards them as his eyes widened. Father? Mother? Is that you? As Naruto rushed towards them and hugged them as he shed tears. And the three of them went inside the Uzushio. From then on, after completing Naruto's art that was a gift to the daimyo, and daimyo was happy, it was a giant dragon soaring around in a protective manner above the land of fire, as the dragon represented daimyo and the village or the land of fire capital protected by him under his rule. It was so mesmerizing, whoever visited him was captivated by him. As Orochimaru, who was there, also was captivated by Naruto's work. He wanted Naruto to make his own painting. And the church Naruto was drawing in, well, they were crying the tears of joy when he completed the paintings there of angels and the sky and heaven. After Naruto returned with his parents to the Uzushio after becoming famous in the land of fire, so famous that The Akatsuki got a wind of it as well, mainly Sasori and Deidara. They wanted to see this person's work. So they infiltrated the Land of Fire Daimyo's house and saw the painting. It's mesmerizing, Deidara said. As Sasori then said, his art is above us. We must contact him and find what he thinks of a true art. As the two left for his search, as the three of parents and children arrived at the Uchiha ruins, as they entered inside and they saw the ruins, as Kushina's heart stumbled a bit, as Naruto's mood frowned, as Minato supported them and gave them condolences. As they arrived at the main hall where there was a scroll kept hidden, as Kushina put a blood on it, as the scroll poofed into existence. As they opened the scroll with the blood seal, as in the outside, in an open area, as the whole population of the Uzumakis, from children to adults, came there. What the? How much time has passed? As Kushina's mother came forward. Kushi-chan? Is that you? Hello, mother. Kushi-chan, said another woman. It was his grandmother. How are you? Wow, you've grown into a fine lady. As they looked towards the two blonde child and a man. Who are them? Meet Minato Namikaze, my husband, and Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, our son. As both women clumped Naruto and hugged him, as Naruto happily smiled and chuckled and shed tears. He finally had a family who loved him. And the news of the Yellow Flash revival and the Red Death spread throughout the Akatsuki. Well, shit, that's what they thought. Now they had to face the two legends and S-rank shinobis on their own right again. And they had battled them at one point, and well, they got a huge ass whooping. So much that they didn't want to interact with them, even Pain at one point. So, when they came targeting Uchiha Gakure, to their surprise, well, the whole Uzumaki populace was waiting for them and charged at them. Decimated the whole Akatsuki with their chakra chains and their sealing techniques so much that, well, the fight ended in pretty much 10 seconds for the whole Akatsuki. Even Zetsu and Tobi were sealed off completely in the scroll that they were. And the scroll was sealed off in a huge scroll, and the scroll was buried inside the earth, and there was a seal that protected it by Shinigami-sama himself. Plus, there was no sacrifices to be made, and Orochimaru arrived and demanded a Naruto artwork, so Naruto painted him a pitch black painting. Once Orochimaru saw it, he paid Naruto 24 million ryu. Naruto was quite surprised why would he do that, but the painting was so sinister that it made Naruto shiver as well. Orochimaru was captivated, as behind the black shade there was a creature, a malicious creature with so much killer intent that whoever sees it will shiver, as Orochimaru put it behind his throne as he sat there. He attacked Konoha, and Konoha crumbled in the Chunin exams. Onto the other side, the Uchiha emerged as the 6th strongest village in the elemental nations. And not only that, Naruto being his Daimyo and the strongest of the Genin was quite surprising for everyone. As for the first Uzukage, well, Kushina took the post for Naruto until he became the age when Iwa and Ukumo tried again to kill the Uzumakis. This time they were surprised when Kyuubi no Kitsune itself was there to protect them, and they were prepared. The seal was so much powerful that when they tried to maliciously attack them, they disintegrated into nothingness. Well, this caused many of them to fear, and when they saw the Kyuubi charged with Bijudamas that decimated and destroyed their armies, they retreated. Kumo and Iwa were down to 10% of their forces. 90% of their forces has diminished badly, and hence the fear of Uchiha Gakure revival were now in their hearts. They knew that never mess with Uchiha now, because Kyuubi was its guardian, as it was free to roam around in the village. And as for the others, well, Uzumakis have their own right were S-rank threat shinobis, and Konoha was decimated after 3 years after Hiruzen's fall. Well, they were now just a normal mercenary village, not the strongest elemental nation village anymore. And once the population of Konoha knew of Naruto's truth, well, they wanted so badly to apologize, but now they don't have a chance to apologize because, well, they can't enter Uchiha. Plus, Naruto didn't want to bother with them. He was a famous painter known as Uzu, as well as the Daimyo of the Uchiha. Life was looking good for him, and he met with his cousin Karin, who he rescued from Orochimaru, after exchanging her for another gift of painting, which was more sinister than the previous one, and a bigger one as well. Orochimaru wholeheartedly agreed to this, and also made an alliance with them. And Naruto also suggested why didn't he use a shadow clone and transferred his own consciousness into it. And hence Orochimaru did so, and his yet again was thankful for Naruto's new suggestion, as he completed his goal to achieve immortality again and to use his maximum power. So he became good guy, as his alliance was with alliance with Uchiha was known, and sooner Naruto went there, and Gaara was still corrupted to the core. But after Naruto told him his story, Gaara listened, and Shikaku was freed on one condition, that he can't attack Suna. He can live there as its guardian, as he made people believe that Shikaku can turn a new leaf, as they reluctantly agreed. And after a year or two, stumbling here and there, villagers got along and respected Shikaku's existence, as Shikaku, even though he was cranky, respected his post as a guardian and protected the people, and rested as a lazy ass. As for Gaara and Naruto, they became close friends, more like brothers, and Gaara became the next Kazekage as well, so they formed an alliance. The new leader of Kumo, which was Killer Bee, who was also a Jinchuriki after the death of his brother in the battle against Uchiha, formed an alliance with them. As Naruto told them that it was their previous leader's mistake that they attacked, they were just protecting their home. The people reluctantly have to agree to that begrudgingly, because they knew it was their leader's fault that they lost so much. And when it came to Eva, Oniki blamed Naruto, but Naruto stated the facts, as the people turned against him, even his own granddaughter, and he lost his power and position. And Kurtsuchi became the new leader and Naruto's fiance, because she had a crush on Naruto. And Naruto agreed, and the two of them got married as well, but Kurtsuchi mainly remained in Iwagakure to, prosper it and make amends for his grandfather's mistake, and Naruto helped her with their technology and otherwise. The people of Iwa and Suna were looking up and respected both Uzumaki and the Daimyo, as well as their daimyos and their leaders. And Kiri, they were still in bloodline purge since Yagura wasn't killed by the Akatsuki. Naruto by himself went there alongside with Kyuubi and took down the turtle and Yagura and freed them from the bloodline purge. And Mei was more than happy to become Naruto's bride-to-be, but Naruto was reluctant. But after her advances, Naruto had to agree, and she made a fine wife as well, and a leader for Kiri. The peace was achieved, but in a new way, Naruto's way. Naruto gifted the whole countries with huge paintings as well, gaining more favor and becoming famous as a painter and as a strong daimyo and shinobi. Naruto was happy, as his life has changed drastically after such a incident and his betrayal. He was happy. Does he ever want to go back to Konoha or feel sorry for them? Hell no. Why should he? They were the one who put him through so much hell for 6 years, and at the end just threw him out like a tool who they disregarded. Why would he bother going there? No, he wouldn't. They got what they deserved, and he was more happy with the outcome of it. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out.